So the New York Police Department has received a lot of criticism because it decided to spy on innocent Muslim students and go into mosques and spy on them while they're at their services. But it turns out that they are also spying on liberal activists. Back in 2008, they were, one New York Police Department official actually traveled to New Orleans to spy on the People's Summit. Why is a New York police official going to New Orleans to spy on the People's Summit?
Well, the People's Summit must be very dangerous. How many Al-Qaeda people were there?
0.
Oh, really? None, huh? That's weird. So how many dangerous terrorist people were there?
0.
Really? Not even any Tamil Tigers or anything?
The only people that they encountered were anti-war demonstrators.
Anti-war? Well, those people are the most dangerous people in the world because they don't want violence.
Think about how much of their resources they're wasting on spying on innocent people, literally going to whitewater rafting trips that Muslim students are at. And in some cases, trying to get students to say things like jihad on tape to prove that these people are potentially terrorists. How ridiculous is that? It makes me so angry. First of all, militarizing a local police department is stupid, okay? You shouldn't do it, okay? We have the FBI to focus on counterterrorism in this country. Why is the New York Police Department spying on harmless individuals?
Well, mainly because I think they wanted to go rafting. They're like, please say jihad, please say jihad so we can go whitewater rafting with you guys. You don't understand. The problem is that we're looking at it from the wrong priorities. We are making the assumption that they give a damn about the people they're supposed to protect, us, which is not the case. Their priorities are elsewhere. So they are there, unfortunately, to protect the power establishment. So if you're going to protect the power establishment, who's the first people you would infiltrate? Occupy movement. And we talked about how they're now going to Twitter and demanding to find out who the people sending tweets are, okay, in the Occupy movement, okay? So, and then in this case, well, if we don't have war, how are the defense contractors going to make money? How are the rich going to get richer? Well, so obviously we've got to infiltrate them. They're a danger to the power establishment. So violence, who cares, man? Protecting the people of New York, who cares? Like, come on, seriously, can anyone out there make a legitimate case that, you know what, the anti-war peace people, oof, they were very, very dangerous to the citizens of New York. I mean, if the police didn't infiltrate them, can you imagine if peace broke out? Nobody can make that argument. So that's because the NYPD is apparently, because of their leadership, now interpreted their mandate as to be protect all the people who are rich and powerful and don't worry about the rest.
Yeah, definitely. And look, even though the New York Police Department is the one that's being investigated by the Associated Press, and the AP is doing an excellent job with that, by the way, keep in mind that there are other police departments that are doing some very similar actions. For instance, the FBI is collecting information on anti-war demonstrators, so on a federal level this is happening, but also the Maryland Police Department infiltrated meetings of anti-death penalty groups. Missouri counterterrorism analysts suggested that support for Representative Ron Paul in Texas might indicate support for violent militias.
No, but that's exactly what I'm talking about. You see that? That's perfect. Because whoever is challenging power, Ron Paul people are challenging power, they don't like the Fed, they got to be investigated. It's not a liberal or conservative thing. It's a thing of like, if you suck up to the people in power, you're A-okay, don't worry about it, you're never going to get investigated. You challenge those guys, oh, you're in for a world of hurt. Doesn't matter if you're a Ron Paul guy on the right or you're anti-war guys on the left. No, they're coming for you. Because this is not our police department. This is the police department of J.P. Morgan and the politicians and Goldman Sachs, et cetera. And apparently also the defense contractors as well.
And look, we always mention this, and it's absolutely true. It's a form of intimidation. If you are an activist, if you are speaking out against the establishment, and you know that on a federal level and a local level you're being spied on, you're much less likely to be vocal about the things that you're opposed to. And this is happening on college campuses as well. Now you have the CIA and the FBI working with college police enforcement on how they can keep an eye on terrorism within campuses.
Sure, yeah, terrorism, yeah, I know.